Good evening, welcome to eRepair. So we've done a couple of these already in the past. This is a TomTom sat-nav, as you can well see. This particular model I've never touched before, so this is going to be a bit of a learning experience. The current owner has asked me if I can do a battery replacement. Been quite honest and said, look, I've not touched them before, but I'm happy to have a go. He has supplied the battery. So hopefully it is the right one because I have not done any checks or anything. The model we're working on is a TomTom Go 520. So that's the exact model. From what I can tell, what I've managed to glean information-wise, we work our way around the bezel. Then we should be able to disconnect the screen, and then there should be a PCB in there somewhere. Best way in is to come in via here. It is very, very tight clips, which I think you're going to need a fair amount of force. In fact, that was a lot of force to unclip that first one there. And then we're going to just work our way around the edge of the screen, unclipping as we go. So I'll get that done. I'm hoping it'll be 9 or 10 clips and we'll get there. And not do too much damage to the plastic, which I'm a little bit concerned about. Sorry, brief pause there. Right, so working our way around. I'm hoping that this is just going to be nice and straightforward once we've got that initial clip going. They are very, very tight, these clips. As you can see, I am struggling a little bit to get them undone. At least the doing back up process should be clipping back in nice and easy. There we go. Also conscious that there's potential for damage to the screen here, so we've just got to be fairly careful. There we go. So let's just carefully undo this, and hopefully you can see what's going on now. So it looks like we've got an LCD assembly, some kind of sensor or something at the bottom here. Battery that we're interested in there is there. So I'm not going to disconnect everything because I don't feel there's really need to, but in effect, if you were going to do a screen replace on this, you would unclip this little clip, you just pop it up, and then you would push this out and the whole screen would disconnect as one piece. The only thing that we're interested today in is this battery here. So before I remove it, let's just grab our new one, which I've not even looked at yet. Let's grab that and then we'll have a look and just make sure this is definitely the right thing. As I say, the current owner has bought this, not me, so I have not spec'd it or anything. And it does look, well, no, that is definitely not the right battery, in fact. So that might be a back to the drawing board, unless it is genuinely a larger one. Okie dokie, right, well I'm going to pause this video here and just establish whether or not this is the correct battery or whether or not he's bought the wrong thing. But to me, it looks like the connector is completely different and the battery is a larger one. So let's just pause for a second whilst I check that out, and then I will come back to you, hopefully with some good news to confirm that I can use this battery, but I don't think I can. So we're back 24 hours later. So after a bit of a sense check, I confirmed that this battery was not at all appropriate, does not fit, wrong size connector. So I have ordered one on Amazon, on Express, for next day delivery, which is the appropriate battery for this device. So today we will get on and get that fitted. So grab the battery out. So as we were at yesterday, got the device open. I haven't got any further as yet. I am going to disconnect this screen just to make my life a little bit easier. So we'll just disconnect that, lift this up and slide that cable towards us. That's the screen off. So battery now. So that's the battery disconnected. We'll just grab a metal pry tool and we'll get this battery released. So not prying against the PCB, so we'll pry against this side. It should just lift out. There's a little bit of adhesive underneath just to hold it. And then our new one will slot in exactly the same way. Now I'm just going to get some adhesive on the back of that just to hold it before we do any more. So I'll just pause and we'll get that done. Right, so a couple of adhesive strips put on the back there now. I'm not sure of how well they'll come up on camera. What we'll do is we'll just connect our battery back in. And we'll just seat this cable and battery back in place. This is a slightly higher capacity one than the old one. We'll sort of try and tuck these cables out of the way as best we can so they're not interfering when we reinstall the screen. Hopefully I can get them onto the PCB just a little bit. There we go, so that's fine. So that's our battery in, and that's not moving at all, which is great. There's our old one, which you can even see it's a much bigger capacity one as well. Now we'll refit our screen. So reverse of what we've just done. We will flick this down and slide it as carefully as we can back into this little connector. If it will want to go. Sometimes these are a little bit fiddly because they don't like going in. There we go. That's now locked back in, and then we'll just do this little connector as well. Actually, helps if I do it on the right side, really, doesn't it? So, trying to get this at the right angle so I can show you on the camera and actually fit it is going to be a fair challenge, so I will just quickly do this from this side just to make my life a little bit easier. So there we go, that's that fitted back in now, and that's that clip back in. So what we'll do, we'll just lie this flat for just a second. I won't actually do anything more with it, and then we'll just hold the power button on the back and just make sure it does actually fire up. So there we go. That's firing up, which is what it wasn't doing before. And there's a typical TomTom noise. So what we will do, we will just clip this back together. So just very carefully working your way around. You have to apply a good amount of pressure to it. And there we go. That's everything buttoned up. And that, in effect, is it. So we have done a very quick battery replacement. It is saying it's low. It probably hasn't come charged. So we'll flick this back off. That's the power button. And we'll give that a good charge up for the owner. And in effect, that is it. We've done a battery replace, and there's nothing more to it. I've got the old one here, just so you can see it has been done. Battery was all of about £10 on Amazon for this particular model. So lovely and easy to do. As I say, it's not a big job at all. It took me, all of 5 or 6 minutes to do that whole replacement. So if you found that useful, please drop me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. If it's helped you in any way, let me know, because I'd love to hear your feedback. And if there's anything else that you can think of that you'd like to see about this device, let me know as well, and I'll do my best to try and produce a video for it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.